Hi, I'm Kyle. Today we're going to talk about installing the ACR AIS CB1 Transceiver. First we're going to take out the items in the box and talk about them, and then about the installation process, where to install it, and then wiring it up. We're going to talk about the items that come in the box. We have the wire that comes for the installation. This is the Power 0183 NEMA wire. It's also the USB cable. So it's used for the communication to non-NEMA 2000 systems, as well as the USB is going to be used for programming the unit when you use the included software CD. It also comes with the user manual and the instructions, as well as the unit. We're going to talk a minute about the unit because of its unique layout and features. First, we're going to talk about the power port, which is what the power cable is going to plug into. It has a 12-volt power port. It's got a 0183 NEMA connection for 38,400 as well as 4,800 baud NEMA connections. It also has the USB, which is integrated into it, so you're never going to misplace it. It's always going to be there when you're ready to program it. The NEMA 2000 port is what we're going to utilize today, which goes with a NEMA 2000 standard drop going to a NEMA 2000 backbone system. This utilizes the standard NEMA 2000 protocol, so it can be used in any NEMA 2000 system. The next port is the VHF antenna. You can use a specialized AIS antenna, or you can use a VHF AIS antenna splitter, which is a powered system, and it splits the frequency so it doesn't interfere with the VHF or with the AIS, transmitting or receiving. Last but not least, we have the GPS antenna external port. This is in case you have to mount your AIS link CB1 down below in an area that it doesn't have a clear view of the sky, because this unit has an internal antenna for GPS reception. This port is so you can mount the unit down and then run an external antenna all the way to the top and plug it in and still get good reception. Right now we're just securing the wires for the installation of the unit. So we're pre-installing the wires in the location we're going to mount the unit. Then we're going to adjust them, then we're going to hook them up to the power and the NEMA 2000 block. Okay, we've gone ahead and we've pre-drilled where we're going to mount the CB1. We've chose this mounting location, and this one is in the hard top. This is a 325 Everglades. We're putting it in the hard top because it's going to be in an enclosure that's out of the weather. These aren't to be mounted in areas that they're going to get constantly sprayed with salt spray and waves. They're not to be submerged for long periods of time. They are waterproof, but it's best to keep them, just like every other piece of electronics is waterproof, in as much of an enclosed environment as possible for the longevity of the item itself. This one we've picked this area because it's going to get a clear view of the sky with a probably about a 3/8 to maybe ½ inch of fiberglass above it. We've tested this area before and it works pretty good. So this is where we're going to be mounting it on this boat. We're going to be also mounting it really close to the VHF, and we're going to be using its own antenna, so we're not going to be utilizing a splitter in this one, but we've gone ahead and set up our NEMA 2000 wire, our power wire, and our VHF AIS antenna wire, as well as we're going to be running over here, and I've just set it up there. We're going to be putting connectors on and plugging in the power. We have a fuse block set up here. These things are rated at no more than 2 amps. So we use a 3 amp fuse on the fuse block when installing it. So let's go ahead and secure the CB1 to the roof using the provided screws. Okay, so now we've secured the CB1 to the roof using the screws provided. We're going to go ahead and plug in our antenna. Our NUMA 2000. And the power connector. Now all we have to do is power up the system, then it's ready to work as a receiver. Then you have to utilize your USB cable and the provided software to program the unit to make it a transceiver. To do that, you're going to have your boat registration information and an MMSI number. That's a Mobile Marine Security Identifier. If you don't have that, you're going to need to go online and get it before you program the CB1 as a transceiver. So let's get ready to get the power cable powered up. Okay, now we've got our ring terminals heat shrinked and applied to the power wire. Because we're putting it on a fuse block, we're not going to put the fuse straight on the wire. We're going to put the power wire to the fuse block. So I'm going to go ahead and mount that now. And we are mounting it and installing it into a 12-volt system. Again, this will work with a 24-volt system. So if you have a 24-volt system on your boat, this same CB1 will adjust and work just fine with it. Okay, all I have to do is install the fuse, secure a couple of wires, and we are done with the simple installation of the ACR AIS Link CB1. Thank you for watching the video. For more information, check out the website acrartex.com.